Hi. Hi, everybody. How's it going today? Oh, excuse me. My goodness. Ah, yeah. Sorry about that. I got a frog in my throat. Jeez. Here we go. All right. Let's try this one more time. Sorry. All right. Hi, you guys. I hope everybody is doing great today. Welcome to Bella Crafts Live. My name is Lisa Rojas, and I am the co-owner um, of Bella Crafts Publishing. Usually Anne is with me, but she is off on vacation for a bit. So I'm excited for her because she really needed to get away. So I am flying solo today. That's kind of scary because, I get in all kinds of trouble when I'm by myself. But we should be good. We should be good. All right. So let me check real quick to see if we are up and running. Yep, there we are. Okay, I see me. Awesome. All right. Hi, Dawn. Okay. Hi, Dorothy. Okay, so it's me today, girls. I'm flying solo. So, um like I said, Anne is off on vacation, so she's, hopefully having a good time. She's probably still working because that's Anne, but excuse me, but hopefully she's having a good time. So today, um, I am Bella Crafts is the sponsor today, so it is. So you've got me. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be giving away a free, or not a free, sorry. I'm going to be giving away an ebook and I'll announce that winner next week. Okay. Make sure, thank you, Dorothy. Yes. Make sure that you hashtag Bella Crafts to get in on the giveaway. And we'll make sure, excuse me, my goodness, we'll make sure that we get your entry. Okay. So, hi, Becca. All right. So, those of you that don't are joining us for the first time or you don't know me or whatever, again, my name is Lisa Rojas and I am the co-owner of Bella Crafts Publishing. We put out a free craft magazine, absolutely free, and our regulars that are always in here will tell you how much they love the magazine. So Anne usually puts links in for me when I'm doing my live, and then I do the same for her. But since she's gone, um, you're gonna have to wait until after I'm done, and then I'll put links in for everything that I'm talking about. Okay, so if you want to get in on the free craft magazine, you just need to go to our website at bellacraftspublishing.com. Okay, it's right here at the bottom of my screen, right there. Okay, so just head over there and then look up at the top when it says, I think it says free craft magazine. I can't remember, but anyways, it's there. And we also do ebooks. We do some really, really cool ebooks. And actually, yeah, I did say that. Okay, so we do some cool ebooks that we have for sale. So if you're interested in checking any of those out, make sure that also that you head over to the website. We've got a variety of different craft venue, not venues, different craft categories. There we go. That works. See what happens when I'm on my own? Scary, scary, scary. But we will get through this, I promise. All right. So, again, I will put links in. Hi, Tammy. I'll put links in for all of you guys to make sure that that you'll know where you need to go. Also, if you're watching from YouTube, welcome from YouTube also. If you guys want to get in on the giveaway on YouTube, you do the same thing, hashtag Bella Crafts. Make sure that you like, share, and comment on my video here, and that's how you get entered into the giveaway. Now, for our YouTubers, what you can do is just do the same thing, and then I will go in and pull your names and put them in manually because we have a randomizer machine that picks winners for us. So I can put you guys' names in manually, okay? So for all of our YouTubers. Hi, Penny. Hello, sunshine. How are you? Yes, yes, yes. I do like to be happy, you know? I do like to be sparkly. So, anyways, all right, let me show you. I've got a quick craft for you. This is not going to take a whole lot of time. Um, God willing, I get through it in one piece. But I wanted to do something fun and cute for Valentine's Day. So this is what I created, this adorable box that you see here. And then you can lift this. There we go. And then you can put some candy on the inside. I was showing this to my daughter last night. We were FaceTiming and I showed her. And the next thing I know, I see my granddaughter's head come poking into the screen. Looking at it like, oh, I want that, Nana. I was like, okay, you got to wait until after I'm done. So, anyways, that's what we're doing today. It is so much fun. And like I said, super easy to do. I'm telling you, years ago when I first started doing this, we had to do everything on our own, right? So, in other words, if I wanted to make a really cute box or something like that, I had to come up with the pattern and I had to do it all on my own. And it's now they have dies for everything. So of course that's what I'm using today to create this box. So it just makes it so much easier than trying to do it old school, pencil designing, cutting out. Yeah, no, give me a die any day and I'm a happy girl. All right. So since I am on my own, you guys are going to have to talk amongst yourselves while I'm switching cameras and all of that good stuff. And then we can get down to the busy of this really cute box. All right. So I'm going to switch gears, switch screens. Also, before I do that, I wanted to let you guys know, because I don't always see your comments on my screen over here because I have my iPad right in front of me. But when I'm crafting, a lot of times I don't see it. So if you have questions, comments, or whatever, hi Sylvia, just put them in the comment section, and then when I'm done today, I will go over everything and I will look and check and and I'll respond if you guys have questions. Okay. All right. So let's roll. I'm going to switch cameras here real quick. And then we're going to get started. This is so much fun. Excuse me again. All right. So here is this adorable box once again. Look how cute that is. Just, something really simple. And then you open it up and, you've got your candy in there and it's nice and colorful, which I totally love. Gotta love those, all those pretty colors. So, all right. Hi, Lindsay. Okay, so I can see some of the stuff as it's coming in. But you know what? But before we get started on this, I want to share something really quick with you guys. I am trying to organize my room. I'm kind of, in the process of doing that right now, moving things around and stuff. And I went and I found this and I had to share it. I absolutely had to share it. Okay. Those of you, I don't know if do you guys remember this magazine? Okay. This was from October 2002. Okay. And I'm excited because this was my very first cover on a magazine. So this is when I first started designing, I first started stamping, and I created this super fun. I know you guys have seen me do it because I've done it similar to this one before, but I created a table decoration. And it was just so much fun. And I thought, oh my gosh, I had forgotten about this because it has been so long. But I thought, I got to share this with you guys and let you know. Here's another one of mine that was in. I did a Venetian blind card, but this was just this was one of my favorite paper magazines back in the day, right? But just so much fun. So I was going to try to see if I could find the cover quickly in the instructions, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pain, so I'm not going to bother. All right. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys because even though I have been doing this for a very long time, I still get super excited when, when I see stuff that I've done, especially for other companies, not my own. So I wanted to share this with you guys. But isn't that cool? Just a really cute table decoration that I did for Halloween because it's one of my favorite holidays. So there we go. All right. So now that I have that up out of the way, we are going to get started on this super cute project. All right. So ahead of time. Well, first let me show you the die set. Now, this is another die set from the company that I have just absolutely fell in love with on Amazon because I just love her dies. She makes all kinds of great dies. So these are the dies that are in this set. So I'll just pour them all out here. Now, obviously, I did not use all of them. I used most of them, but not all. But you can see here, this is for the box. And then this piece here is for the lid. And then the decorative pieces. Okay. And then you've got your layering pieces. So we've got that. And then she added a couple extra of the borders in if you wanted to do a border also. And then this really, really cute candy kiss die right there. So I just thought, oh, this would be perfect for Valentine's. So, all right, let me scooch those all out of the way here. So that I went ahead and I did everything ahead of time because, you don't want to sit here and watch me die cut and, all of that craziness. So we are going to start with the basic box first. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the die for this. That's this one. And you're going to cut it out twice. Okay. Now, for me, what I did when I was creating this, because it is a box, I wanted it to be a little bit heavier. So I went ahead very first, before I even die cut, I cut out cardstock a little bit bigger than my die. And I used my spray adhesive to, adhere the pages together or the cardstocks together. And then I ran them through my Big Shot. So for boxes, you guys know that have been following us for some time. You know that I am very big on interactive cards and things like that. And I'm always saying if you're doing something like that where it's going to be played with or touched or, all of that good stuff, then you want to make sure that you start off with something sturdy. Now, this is not chipboard or anything like that. I put on the back basic cardstock, white cardstock, and blue. Okay. So you're going to cut out 2 of these first. You're not cutting this out just yet, but you're going to cut these 2 out first. Okay. And then what we're going to do, move this out of the way. We'll start with the box first. All right. So let me get my tape out over here. So what we're going to do on this base piece, because as you see, you've got both of these. You see the score marks and stuff on here. Well, you don't really need both pieces. You don't need both of these. So what I did to start off with And I did it on my bottom box, okay? The bottom part of my box. And when you're at this stage, it could be either one because you haven't really cut this out yet. We're going to do that in a minute. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors here and just cut this right off. There we go. And then I'm going to cut this down just a smidge right here on each of the sides because it makes moving it around a little bit easier. All right, so then we're going to do the same over here. You can leave the other tab in if you want. You can leave the tabs in. I just cut them off because I didn't think they were needed, so I just trimmed them off. All right, so then what we're going to do to start to put this together. Okay, so once you have both of these pieces cut out, then you're going to die cut your other pieces. Okay, and again, the paper that I used for this is really, it's the glossy pattern paper that a lot of the companies are coming out with now. And I love them because I love how they, the colors and stuff just pop off of them, but they are not as thick as regular cardstock. So for me, this piece right here was just a layer piece, but I still wanted it to have a little bit of stability. So for this, I did the same thing as I did with this, and then I just added some pink cardstock to that. You're not even going to see the back of it, so it doesn't really matter. And then the lid, which is this piece, you're going to do the same thing, okay? You're going to add some color paper. Now, you want to do something cute with this. I mean, you can leave it plain white if you want to put white cardstock on the back of this, but you're going to be able to see this part when you open it. So, you either want some color or you want to, maybe put a pattern piece of paper there. That would be really pretty. So you could do something like that too. But you just want to make sure with these thinner papers that you kind of double them up a little bit there. All right. So what you're going to do next, because you're going to die cut all these pieces out. This is your top. And then this is for the inside. And this is for the top part, the layer that goes on the top. Okay. So you're going to die cut all of these out first. And then this piece right here, what you're going to do with this, I cut this, I cut the paper, the pattern paper, and also the pink cardstock. I did it the same way with the spray adhesive. And then I cut it out. I did not die cut the shape. I cut it out. It is 2 1/4 by 6 1/4 this way. Okay. So I cut that out first. So this is going to be a solid piece. And then what I did was I took one of these pieces, one of these dies here, and laid that down and then ran it through my machine. So I would have this open space, right? Okay. So that's how you're going to do that. And then what you're going to do once you do that is you're going to take your top piece here and you're going to lay it down where you want it on your base and then just mark it with a pencil in 4 spots. Okay. So mark it on each end and then the top and the bottom here. That way, now what you can do is you can run it back through your machine. You lay your die down and then cut that center out. Okay. So there you go. All right. Now, let me see here what the heck I am doing. All right. So first, what we're going to do is these all have score marks on them. So we're going to fold the score marks up just like this. And because I just used a regular piece of cardstock on the back instead of chipboard or mat board or something like that, it's a little bit easier to fold. Okay, so your cardstock, you don't want to put like 120-pound cardstock on the back of this, because then it will be really hard to fold, and you don't want to do that. All right, so we are going to fold all of these pieces. And like I said, they fold really, really nicely. And then here, I'm going to just cut this end in right in here. I just found by doing this, just adding this little slit, just to cut it down a little bit further, it made it easier to fold everything and put everything in. So I just took my scissors and I just snipped it down just a bit, just so those tabs will stay in there. And it's easier to put the whole box together. Okay, so we've got that done. There we go. Okay. There, now we've got this side done. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're just going to fold all of this over. Okay. And with this one, you just have these, these two pieces here, because you don't need the ends on this. Okay. And you probably could leave these end pieces on if you wanted, but I just thought it made it a little bit too more bulky on the sides. And, I didn't like it like that. So, all right. So now what we're going to do is tape all of this stuff. Okay. So we're going to add some double sticky tape. There we go. On that piece. And then where's my nifty little tool? There it is. Right. And then we're going to peel this off. Okay. Then we're going to leave that to the side here for just a minute, because what I want to do before I put my whole box together, I'm going to go ahead and add my tape to this one. I want to layer my top piece first. All right. So now we're going to add this piece. And you can see I'm just doing it right on the little edge there where the score marks are. Okay, so you don't want to do this part, because this is your part of your box to fold. All right, so next thing we're going to do, let me move this out of the way here. Okay, you're going to cut a piece of acetate, because you want to make sure that you have, everything covered. So you're going to cut a piece of acetate, and I just cut it a little bit smaller. I cut it 2 inches by 6 inches. So it's a 1/4 of an inch smaller than my little frame here, but it works perfect that way. So, we're good. All right. So for this, again, now for me, I would have, probably glued, because you guys know how much I love my glue. But I just thought it would be easier to put together, because glue takes such a long time to dry. So I thought it would just be easier if we just did it this way and use tape. Although, you got to sit and take all of the the pieces of the backing off, right? All right. And you want to make sure that your acetate, you always, always, always want to make sure that your acetate is snug on whatever paper that you're putting it on, because if not, if you're making a shaker and you don't put enough on for the acetate, then, you don't have to worry about that with this, because this, I just put hard candies in. But any other, shaker card or whatever, you want to make sure that your acetate is down there really good, because if not, you're going to have confetti and everything all over your desk. So I just made it a habit. Every time I do it, even if I'm not doing a shaker, I still make sure that my acetate's on there pretty good. All right, so then we're going to come back and we're going to peel all of this stuff off. Maybe. There we go. I don't know what I would do without this little nifty tool. I love this thing. I use it all the time. Even when I don't have nails on, I still use it. I think it's habit now. So let me peel this off. Let me see. Hi, Karen. Hi, Sandy. I did not see you guys pop in. But hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we've got that. And then we're going to take our acetate. And for me, boy, tape is sticky, right? I like to start at one end and then go down. Okay, so now I've got that on. Now I'm just going to add a couple more pieces to the back so I can adhere it to the top of my box. Now for this, I'm not going to put a lot of tape on this just so I can save some time. But you just want to make sure that this is down and it's secure, it's secure well on your card top, your box top, I should say. All right, so I'm not going to put like a whole lot on this, but got to get some on there. All right, so again, we're going to come in and peel this stuff off. When I use tape, I usually have a pile of this stuff on the side of my desk. When you're working and you just keep going. Yeah, I've got a pile of it over here now. All right, so we're going to peel this last little piece off here. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to lay this down and add this right to the top of my box. There we go. Okay, so we've got that one down. And I'm going to wait to do the rest of this for a minute. Let's get this part done and get this box put together. All right, so easiest way to do this, for me anyways, was to lay it down on my table and then line it up right where you need it. And you're going to put it right on top of those score marks. And see, one of the reasons why I like using glue so much, I have a really hard time doing things straight. I really do, guys. I cannot draw a straight line with the ruler. That's how bad it is. And when I'm using glue, it gives me a little bit of time to adjust if I need to. But that one looks okay. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. All right. Now we're going to peel this piece off. Okay. And then you're going to fold that over. And then you're going to bring this piece up. And again, you want to line them up and pray that you have it on straight, or as straight as you can get it. There, that doesn't look too bad. All right. And then you can kind of fold it back a little bit just to make sure that that tape is down. All right. And then, of course, you're going to finish putting your box together. Okay. So we would be tucking these in on either side. And, before you do your last side, I just waited. I left one side open and I did tape this shut. And when I was finished, I actually taped the top shut too. Not a lot of tape, but just enough to keep it secure. Okay, so we've got the bottom part done for the most part. So now we're going to take this other piece. And I do not like putting pieces like this down with tape because you can see it and then it sticks to everything, and I don't like that. So we are just going to add some glue here. Maybe get my glue gun going here. Nope. Okay. So we got to stop and poke. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now just add a little bit of your glue here. Okay, you don't want to, saturate this, because if you do, it's going to pop up all through those really cute little hearts. And, you don't want that, because then it just makes everything messy. Okay, so just add a little bit of glue there. All right. Oh, there it is. I was like, where is my glue base? All right. I know I showed this to you guys last time, I think, right? This base, this whole glue thing. Oh, I love this thing. This is from the wonderful, talented lady that came up with the Misty. She's the one that created this this glue holder. Now this is regular glue. This is not hot glue. But if you have trouble with your hands, like, when we're getting older and our hands kind of get stiff. I know mine get really bad. It's just so much easier because you just squeeze that and then the glue comes out. And, I really should contact her and let her know that, she needs to pay me endorsement, because I'm joking, but I really, really love this. So, My Sweet Petunia, guys, if you're interested in getting one for yourself, they're really, really cool. All right. So now we've got our box all put together, and now we're ready to do the top pieces here. All right. So for this, again, you're going to fold down that score. And if you're using regular pattern paper, not this shiny stuff, but the regular one, then I don't think you would need to put another piece of cardstock on the back of this. But since this paper, because I don't know if this is like super, super thin. So that's why I wanted, it to have a little bit more substance, especially on the part that's going to move, right? Okay, but otherwise, if you have some really nice double-sided paper, it would be perfect. These papers that I'm using are all double-sided, but they're just a little bit too thin for what I'm looking for here. All right, so we're going to fold that. And then we're going to take this other cute little piece. Now for this one, I don't think I explained to you guys how I did this. For this piece, I used this die. Okay, so it cuts the whole thing out. Now for the inside piece, I didn't want the whole piece because I have my acetate there. So for that, I added one of the the rectangles on the inside and kind of taped it down just a little bit. Or if you have a magnetic mat, that'll work perfect too. And then you run that through, and then that will give you just the border. All right. I wanted to kind of explain that because a lot of times people don't know, how to do that. So I just wanted to explain it. So that's what we did here. I did the solid piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my nifty glue gun here and add some glue to this. And then I'm going to lay this right on top here. And I loved all of the really pretty colors and, everything with these papers. They're really, really nice papers. All right. So now we've got that done. Now we get to do the fun part and decorate. Okay. So for that, I used a stamp set that I have. And of course, this is all one stamp. So I stamped both of my images out with my black Gina K right there. And then I colored my images. I watercolored them a little bit. I didn't go, do anything really, really fancy with my watercolors. Hi, Linda. I didn't do anything fancy with my watercolors just because it's such a small piece, So just watercolor it all. And then what I did for this piece, well, I cut both of them out. And then for this piece, you'll see that I added some purple cardstock on the back. And that is because I like adding stuff like that, especially when you're putting something that has detail on something that has detail. You know what I'm saying? If this was plain, then you could get away with just doing this. But because I'm putting this pattern, this stamp, it's kind of busy. And then putting it on top of this pattern, it gets lost. So, you don't want to go through all that work and have your thing get lost. Okay, so cut it out some purple cardstock. I just adhered it on and then took my scissors back around and cut it all off. And then what we're going to do for this piece, because I wanted layers for this, because you guys know how crazy I am about layers. I like adding layers and I like things to pop up too. So for this piece, and this was the only one that I did it on, I did a double layer of foam tape. Okay, so we've got that piece. And then we're going to cut this one. Lay that right on top there. Perfect. Let me get my nifty little tool here. And peel that last little piece off. There we go. Throw that off to the side there. All right. So then you're going to take this and you're going to put this right over here on the end, or you can put it wherever you want it. I just put mine here because I thought it looked cute. All right, so you're going to adhere that down. And then what I did is I took I'm not going to do this part yet. I took another die set, another die. This is from just one of the other die sets I have. This is like, I think, a Stampendous die, because I wanted a label and I wanted something a little bit fancier than just like an oval or whatever. So what I did is I cut it out 3 times. Okay. Purple, pink, and then this is on a white cardstock. And then in the stamp set that I have, it has this, the saying in it, hugs and kisses. I love that. I just think it's so cute. So what I did with this then, as I took some of my glue and add it to this bottom piece, and I just did enough to where I could see the stitching on the pink. Now, I don't know. You guys can see that? Yep. See the stitching there? So I just did it just a little bit underneath that stitching. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the purple one. So we're going to take this and add some glue to this. And make sure you don't go up here because that's going to show. So you don't want to glue it up there. Okay. So then again, we're going to take this and slap it on there. There we go. See, and then now you have this cute little saying, little sentiment to put on top of your box. So very, very cute. All right. So then we're going to take this and then adhere it right there. Okay. There we go. So just adhere that down right there. Oops, you can't see it. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't glue the back all the way to the top of that because you want to make sure that this will still fold. Okay, so Just don't add any glue up here to the top. So just add that. There we go. And now the top is finished. So I'm going to set that off to the side and then show you how I finished this out. So then what I did was I took the die, the 2 dies that were in this particular set. There we go. And you can see that I die cut them twice. One in the purple and one in this purple pattern paper that I also used for the top of my card or the top of my box. Okay, so what I did with this, and this was a little trickier because, you know, it's lightweight paper and you're trying to glue it on, and yeah, it can be a little crazy. So this is when I pull out my fine tip glue here, because it just works better on small pieces like this. So I'm not going to saturate these with glue because you really don't need to. You know, you just want to get just enough on there that it's going to stick. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit here and then this last piece. All right, so a little bit of glue. And then you're going to lay this down on the purple, but you're going to offset it just a little bit. Okay, you want to do it just a little bit, because if you do it a whole lot, and I'll show you with the kiss what I'm talking about. Let me get this one down. There we go. Okay. So see, you can see just a smidge of the purple around. Because if you do it bigger, if you pull it to the side more, you're going to end up with something like this. And you don't want to do that, especially with these wordings with the font that was used, because it would be too hard to read. So again, you just want to add a little bit of glue and just slide it over just a smidge so you can see the purple. Now, some fonts that companies use in their dies, some of them you can, move it over really far to really see that bottom color. But again, it depends on your font. So for that, you just got to kind of play and see what you like. But for me, you want your recipient that you're going to give this to, you want to make sure that they can read what it says, right? So that's how I did the wording. Okay, so then we're going to add the words right on top here. And again, I didn't use a whole lot of glue for this either, just enough to kind of get it down. Because you really don't want to put a whole lot, especially with this acetate. Because if you smudge your acetate, it's terrible trying to get glue off of it. All right, so we're going to put that down there. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to do the same thing with the kiss. This is just such a fun, cute project. Doesn't take long to do. The most time that you spent is going to be die cutting, and you don't really even have a whole lot of that. So you could do this in multiples. And, if you want something to do it a little bit quicker instead of doing all the detail that I did, then, use chipboard pieces or stuff in place of your stamps. And that way you don't have to sit and color everything and whatnot, So there's all kinds of different ways that you can do this. But I wanted to put a little bit more detail in it. All right. So then the last thing I'm going to do with this little guy is we're going to take some glue with him and add him right to the box. There we go. I just thought this was just super, super cute. All right. So Now you have your bottom part is all done. So now you're ready. And I got some of the candy hearts, the conversation hearts. You know, I have not played with any of these in a really long time. So I spent a little bit of time just kind of going through and looking at them all and, you know, just checking them all out. And it was kind of fun because these used to be some of my favorites when I was a kid. So a little bit of, you know, nostalgia there. Okay, so then you're going to fill your box. Now, because these have words on them, you know, I don't know how picky you are. You can put them in so the words are all facing up in, you know, whatever, or you can just kind of toss them in. So right now I'm just going to toss mine in. And actually I would probably add, oh yeah, I would definitely add more than that. But for purposes, we'll just leave it like that. And then for this, I'm going to take this little piece right here and just glue that in. So I make sure that my candy is not going to spill out all over the place. And then again, I did do it on this side also because, you know, I didn't want anything coming out all over. So I just added a little bit so it would be easy for, you know, well, my granddaughter in this instance, it'd be easier for her to open instead of, you know, gluing it really shut. Okay, so there's the bottom of your box. And this is really cute, just like this. You could do something, you know, simple just like this. But you know me, I always have to do that last little bit of detail. So, of course, what I did here then is I took this piece and added my glue. There we go. And you're going to lay this right down there on the top of your box. And hold it. Make sure that everything is going to stay. And that's the reason why I didn't glue the whole box together, guys, because I knew it would take too long. But, you know, this piece was easy, so I knew it wouldn't be. But there you go. And then you open it up. Now you're going to let that dry a little bit longer. So let me get my other one. I know it's dry. So you're going to open it up and there you go. And you can see with me, what I did is I did this one. Oh, see, glue. I did this one with the purple letters on the inside. And then this one in the pink. It doesn't matter. You can do it however the way you want. You just want to personalize it and make it your own. So there you go. Super, super easy. Now, what you could do at this point, if you wanted, you could add a little small dot of Velcro. You guys have seen me use the Velcro dots before. They're really, really little. Let me see if I can find mine. Mine are kind of like all beat up, but they're like this size. See the dot? And you could put one of those right there to hold that down if you wanted. Not necessary, but you know, if you want it to stay closed, then that's how you could do it. So it would be, you know, easy to open. You don't want to put some double sticky tape there because then if you do, it's going to tear when your recipient opens it. So there we go. Aren't those cute, you guys? Absolutely loved this project. It was so much fun. So, all right. So right now, talk amongst yourselves for a minute while I finish switching cameras and all. And then while I'm doing that, I'll kind of look at the comments here. Hi, Jeannie. All right. I grab my mouse here. Okay. Switch. There we go. All right. Wasn't that fun? such a fun, simple, just an adorable box, really, really cute. So, hi, Linda. See, you guys pop in when my head's down. Hi, Lindsay. Oh, thank you. So I'm glad you guys like this. It is such a cute little box. Okay, Jeannie says, wonder how I can order those dies and get it before Valentine's Day. Amazon. That's where I got mine, Jeannie. And when I'm done, I'll put the link in for you. I ordered them through Amazon. The company name is KS Craft. That is her company name. And I found her on Amazon, and I have bought so many dies from her since I found it because I absolutely love her dies. I did want to share a tip with you guys, though, because her dies, not all of them, but, if you're going to want to be doing bigger projects, because like this box itself, okay, when you die cut this piece, what you're going to want to do, if you don't have the long pieces of the plastic that goes into your die cut machine, they have the long pieces also, Sizzix does. If you don't have one of those, what you want to do when you've got a die cut that's this long is put it in, run it through once, and then turn the whole thing around, turn your sandwich, the whole thing around, and then put it in on the other end. That way you don't have to have those big long pads if you don't already. You don't have to spend the money for them. You can do it this way. It's easy. It works. No fuss, no muss. So that's just a tip for you guys on how I get around. I do have the long plastic pieces, but it just gets to be too much stuff on my desk. So, for me, that was the easiest place. You just run it through, flip it, and run it again. And then you'll have it all. So there you go. I will put links in for all of the stuff that I was talking about. But yes, Jeannie, Amazon, you can get it probably, I know you can get it on 2 day. You might even be able to get it on 1 day. It depends on, what time and all that. But yeah, you want to go and check them out. But I'll put the link in there for you. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Ashley. Oh, Ashley, I thought you were in Germany. I thought you were at the big show. Hi, Karen. Oh my gosh. All you guys came in and I had my head down and I didn't see anything. So, all right. Well, I am definitely going to, put the links in for you. I'm going to look over all of the comments and all of that. So I will make sure that I answer any questions that you guys had. I didn't see a whole lot when I was working, but again, a lot of times I have my head down and I'm not paying attention. So, oh, you came in late, Karen. Okay. Yes, perfect for yeah, a Valentine's celebration. That's what I'm saying. These things are so easy to put together that it's just, you could do a bunch of them in no time. If you don't add all the coloring and all that on there, you can do a bunch of these. I'm going to tell Anne she's got 16 grandbabies. So she'll have one. She can make one for each of them. But yeah. Oh, no Germany free. Oh, okay. Next year. Okay. But you're going to be in New Orleans. All right. Oh, I know. I wish I could go. I love New Orleans. I want to go so bad. But yeah, I for some reason I thought you were at the other show that was in Germany. I don't know why I thought that, but all right. Well, I know that Anne will see you in New Orleans because she's gonna be at the show. So all right, you guys, that is it for me today. Obviously, Anne's not doing a live because she's off on vacation, so good for her. But I will be back next week also. Next week, I'm also going to do another Valentine's project, but this one I'm going to do with Anne's digital dies, or not dies, digital stamps. So I'm going to use some digital stamps that she created and do, like another quick project. Not sure what I'm doing yet, but I'll figure something out. It'll be cute, whatever it is, I'm sure. Because I will sit at this desk until it is. All right, you guys, have an awesome, awesome week. I will see you all next week, same time. Anne might be popping in next week. I'm not sure. I know she's not doing a live, but she might be popping in next week. I'll have to talk to her to see. But until then, you guys, make sure that you take a little time to craft because it's good for your soul. It really is. Have a great week, everybody, and I will see you all next Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Have fun, guys. Have a great week.